They claim that they are Muslim and they are doing according to the teachings of Islam, but they are, I can say, is misconstruing the true teachings of Islam.
For people in Canada looking at their news page and at their news feed on Twitter and social media and such, it is literally full of incidents that are even closer to home. Well, from Niger to the Boston Marathon bombing to a threat on the Via Rail train to the horrible murder of a soldier. What in modern day 2013 needs to be done to stop that kind of violence?
This is what we have been trying all the time. If you listen to my addresses, to my speeches, I have been always talking about the peace and how to create peace, not only to the Western nations, but to the Muslim leaders, to the Muslim people. I have been reminding them all the time, what is your true teaching and what you are doing.
Is that enough, going around and preaching peace?
This we can only do up to which extent we can, right? So with the limited resources, the limited means we have been trying our level best.
Security agencies say that they are changing their tactics, that they are doing different kind of tracking and basically trying to do predictive analysis about who is a threat and who is going to launch one of these do-it-yourself or homegrown attacks. Should the Muslim world be changing its tactics too and looking around at itself?
You see, there are some few Muslim groups who are doing all these things in the name of Islam. Muslim Council has very forcefully rejected that action. They say it is all wrong and we condemn it. So they have done well. But even then, I can say within the Muslim Council, there are some people who will be in favor of this action.
And that's what I'm wondering. Does the Muslim community as a whole, Ahmadiyas, and any sect really, do they need to reject it more strongly? Do they need to become part of the solution more than what has been happening?
So this is that is what I have said, that we have been doing our level best what we can do in every part of the world. Do you think we have the power? We don't have the power. Our job is to preach. The Ahmadiyya community is a religious organization whose work is to preach the true teaching of God, right? And this is what we have been doing. Even if, and this is why I always tell the big powers also that you can do, if you take appropriate measures to curb this situation, to make reform among the people, because these are the governments who are helping those governments in Muslim governments. And if they ask them to put firm hand on these organizations and groups, they can do it. But we are also victimized, we are also being persecuted. So we don't have power even. We are the people who are being victimized. We are the people who are persecuted in so many countries. And despite that we have been doing what we can.
So you'll have to forgive me. Who is it that has the power to put a firm hand on this?
You see, all the station governments are the member of United Nations.
This is a political issue, you say?
Yes.
Not a religious issue.
Not religious. No religious. We say it's a matter of politics, not religion. These groups want some powers. They have their own vested interests for which they are fighting for.